Hi everyone, welcome to UpStack Success Stories. Really happy being here with you today. And today we have another amazing developer, Amaury. Hi Amaury, really happy having you here together with us.
Hi, Diana. Thanks for inviting me for this talk. And well, I'm very glad to to be at UpStack. And for coincidence, I'm completing 1 year this month, and it's been an awesome experience. And well, let me start telling a little bit about my story, my experience. I'm starting my career and I used to say in 2008, and when I was at university, I am a mechatronic engineer, and I I started a project with my um, the schoolmates, and we developed a racing car for a competition between universities in Brazil. It's called Formula SAE, and we made a racing car from scratch, even the project and the construction, and that was a huge experience. And I was the guy responsible for the systems, the electronics, and the data and telemetry. And I used to say that my career started at this moment because I found myself in what I love to do, and and then from there, well, I started with several things with several companies, but always in the data engineering related activities. I worked for IBM. I worked for Fiat Automobiles. I worked for a research center called CSM Brazil that we developed several R&D projects related to renewable energies, and all the activities we need to have a strong focus on collecting data, analyzing, and getting insights, and using that to drive the development. And after that, I had my own startup as well prior than starting at UpStack, and I developed solutions for steelmaking industry and mining to provide a more sustainable, more efficient, and more safe operation. And but that it's a very small abstract of my experience. And well, the Upstack was my first full remote position, and uh, it's odd because I was concerned about few things that simply is not needed, and there is another things that you need to pay a lot of attention. And it's been the most exciting work experience that I had in my life, and was opportunity to share knowledge, to learn every day, and with different people around the world with different cultures. And for the at the beginning, that was one of my concerns, and maybe how to handle with the so huge diversity. And it's interesting because we have a super strong sense of community, and for several moments, to be honest, all the time, we we had more group, let's say, sense of community, of group, of team than any office traditional corporation or job or something like that. And that's very interesting, and and also was for me opportunity to create a kind of environment that uh, is more well balanced in terms of professional and personal life. Um,
Mm.
yeah, that's been an awesome thing for me, um, for my experience, and for learning every day. That's something that keeps me motivated every every time, because you need a challenge every day. You need to be in movement. You need to be learning. You need to be always proactive in what you do, and that makes me feel so uh, so what I say, so powerful. That's the word, powerful.
Yeah, well, of course, it should make you like, all the experiences you are mentioning, they're also so different and so amazing, challenging you and building you. So first of all, one thing I need to say, congratulations of you having such a big spectrum. And
Thank you.
second, I guess for our listeners, that sometimes when we speak about developing world, we think it's just this one specific role of programming, but it can be so much like Amaury is doing, like such a big spectrum of things that you're allowed to choose as data engineer. So I think it's really beautiful having you here that you can express these experiences. Great job.
Thank you, thank you. That's a very interesting one, because I am a kind of guy that in the beginning was 50-50 in software and hardware. And through the years, I started being more and more working with software, because um, let's say in 2008, we didn't have all uh, the equipments already available, let's say for real world applications in terms of IoT or something like that. And it was requested to work with, let's say, uh, the sense of full stack was much more wider than it is today. And today we can be full stack only the software. But that's very interesting, because it was an opportunity to understand how the things work as a whole. And it's something odd, because there are some times in the job. I'll explain better. We have the basis of the job. Let's say data engineer. You need to have the knowledge of the fundamentals, a very strong knowledge of the fundamentals. But there are
Mhm.
some fields that will be specific for the field that you are working for the moment. Let's say if you are working for healthcare, for example, and you are working with the data of the, let me see, heart treatment, for example. So you're gonna need to have a strong knowledge about the data engineering, but you need to learn about the heart treatment, for example. And this, let's say, this way of thinking to to try to understand more than your field of job of your knowledge, it's an opportunity to expand the possibilities and do the job with excellence. And
So true, so true.
yeah,
And it sounds so creative too. Like I'm like listening, it sounds like you're having creative fun all the time, aren't you?
yeah, no, that's for sure, because uh, that's create a lot of motivation from me, and uh, because I love to learn, but I love to make the things with a purpose. And I had the I have the let's say a very nice thing in my job and what I do, that I can do the things in a way that I can follow a purpose and do my contribution for a more sustainable world, a more fair world. And that's what I'm trying to do with my efforts.
Amazing. Yeah. You already mentioned that you work with renewables, and I think one of those interesting projects you also did in the mining industry. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. Here in Brazil, it's there is a huge opportunity to explore um, those fields, and uh, and we I worked with the development of a new technologies for solar photovoltaics that is called OPV. So it's a process of printing a solar panel instead of slice a piece of silicon to create the hardware for that. And there are several applications that it's very interesting, and there is some possibilities to use to harvest the energy and to provide
Mm-hmm.
new sources of energy that that is not possible with traditional technologies. And there is two challenges for doing that. One is to improve the technology itself, and the other one needs um, to create models for analyzing that. And uh, that was a very strong exercise of um, R&D and analytics. For the mining industry, it's one of the human activities that create more impact in the nature. But by the other hand, it's needed. So um, my challenge and my all my efforts on that was to develop and create solutions that allow to create conditions in let's say systems that will optimize the process, reduce the waste, and improve the safety. For example, for steel making industry, it's one of the most dangerous industries in the world, and um, even the lives in the inside the plant, the industry, it's at risk when you are in operation, because the temperature is so high of the process, and the amount of energy it's so high as well. And when we let's say operate without monitoring all the process and collecting all the data for that, you can create a lot of waste, because it's a process that usually operates through the day and the night. It's a continuous, it not stop. And for example, one of my clients was with a problem that sometimes through the night the um, the the supervisory and the process wasn't being followed so close as requested, and this was creating a lot of wasting in burning fuel of the I mean, they were burning much more fuel than was needed, uh,
Mm-hmm.
just to keep the process working, but not in the optimized
Efficient way.
point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, this is a case that I had that with the system, all variables are being monitored. There are several other variables that are uh, being calculated in the inside the system, and we create a dashboard with KPIs and with the targets. And if anything, it's outside the range, it's outside the target. All the team it's advised in real time in your mobile phone, and you can have all the process being controlled to provide a more sustainable and safe operation.
Beautiful. What a job. What a job.
Thank you.
Definitely making an impact. Amazing. Really like hearing those things. Also one of the questions I really like asking everyone is, So, what are those juiciest remote working benefits for you, actually, personally?
Life balance for sure. For sure, it's one of the best ones because I don't waste more time on traffic, and I was speaking about optimization, and remote work was optimization in my life because I have more time for my family. I have more time for doing sports. I love to do mountain biking, and for the last 10 years, I was not practicing due to the amount of activities and the time that I was wasting on the traffic. And since I started UpStack, was the opportunity to me to start doing mountain biking again. I had more time for my family, and I have more time for learning as well. And that's awesome because today it's very important to think about that because the time is ticking. Yeah, that's it.
Nice, nice. I like that. Those are really good, also kind of tips for people to understand that remote work can be a really good opportunity. And of course, we have this dark side
Yeah,
um, of the challenges. Did you like notice any yourself? Maybe you can give some tips, for other people how to try to avoid it or stop it.
yes, yes, for sure. The first one, it's at the beginning, it's a little bit concerning about, oh my God, how I will handle with um, if I have any question, if I have any doubt. And that was the first thing that we you don't need to worry because everything in the community it's super collaborative. We anything you need anytime, everybody it's always open to help you and to teach and to maybe do a tip for find the best way to solve your problems. So don't mind about that. You need to pay attention with the fundamentals. That's the main point. You need to have a good knowledge with the things that it's a requirement of the position. If you have those requirements, um, as I said, the things that are specific for the project that you're going to work, you learn through the process, and don't worry. Everybody, it's open to share the knowledge, and we are a very we have a very friendship relation each other. Um, so this is for sure a very good thing. So don't wait to 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 know everything because no one knows everything. You need to know your fundamentals, and you need to find to create a good network in the community. That is not a problem. It's supernatural, and find and know how to find the solution because information is everywhere. It's not a problem to find information. It's not a problem um, to to learn, and that's for sure. And the talking about the a little bit soft skills, and I see that it's as well one of the most important as the fundamentals. Um, you need to be very responsible, and you need to be organized. Because if you do so, it will be much more easy to work remotely. You work in a very optimized way, and you have the things, let's say, in the right time, and that's important. Usually, the client and the community, we are not worried if you work 8 hours or if you work 7 hours a day. We are our focus is it's to keep the things running properly and keep everything tracked. And sometimes everybody have some blockers. There is no problem in having blockers. Everybody, we are not machines of coding and developing. So you are humans beings, uh, and the one important thing is to keep a good communication. and if there is something that is not going in a good way, and you cannot do the progress that is requested, you can simply hang up. Oh, I need a help, and everybody will collaborate with you. And if you do so, it's it will be perfect. It will be perfect because the sense of being part of a team, being part of a community, will be uh, will be very present. What I mean is that, um, and that's it. Maturity, firm position, and everything will be awesome for sure, as it's been for me at least.
I love that. So many good tips. Just a shooting, bam, bam, bam. Listen to
Yeah.
the speaker. It's really good.
Thank you.
No, it's just really like, nice hearing those tips because I remember the first time I started remote work myself, in the IT industry. It was, as you are saying, hard, and you can be so confused where to start, what to do. And just knowing that it's normal to be a little bit afraid in the beginning because our
Yeah.
brain is still trying to adjust to the new things, new information. And yeah, these tips are really helpful that you just selected. And I think for anyone who is either starting and not being sure if they should go remotely, just listen to this and just try, and you're gonna see if it fits you or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What I mean, uh, that's the that's it's a path for the success, at least was for me. And another tip that I have for who are beginning in this challenge, it's to allow yourself to be a learner, and um, go starting with small projects, create an account on GitHub, start doing small projects, and to create your portfolio. And everybody will understand that the stage that you are, and if you follow your steps, sometimes you won't think in a week the progress wasn't so huge and wasn't so good, but within months you can look back and see how you are, how you grow, and how you are learning. And it's important to keep a track even of your self progress, and that's good for yourself, and that's good for who is trying to find a developer as you. Evidence, it's always important. In terms of the software and what we use, it's like Google Meet and Zoom, GitHub, and your editor and your operating system. That it's up to you to decide. What I mean, we are using the tools that everybody is using, and very straightforward. The main thing is, um, invest learning strongly the fundamentals, invest in soft skills that I said, and yeah, it's natural path to be happy and to be doing a thing that makes sense for you and for your community. That's for
Mm.
sure.
Bomb. So well said. Love that. So many great tips. This was amazing. I'm pretty sure the audience will love it too. Thank you, Amaury, a lot for sharing this with us. It was a really amazing experience. Also hearing your tips and how you are helping the world too within your profession. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Bye bye.